Morning from the final day of the 2021 race championship, the ARL championship. We're gonna we've been there basically at AMP all weekend, Friday and Saturday, and just getting ready. We've got it's looking kind of wet today, but we're fighting for a women's championship, so we're gonna go and try and make that happen today. So tag along. All right, we're at the racetrack. Got everything set up, trailer and everything. We got a Wilf. So yeah, we're gonna get everything warmed up. We got probably 30 minutes before we're on track, so a little bit of work to do, but we'll be into it. So over the last couple days, actually, I switched bikes. The other one's in the trailer, but we switched to this one. This one's a little bit different. They look the same, but this one's actually a 1998, so it's got a different carb and stuff. It's got a PowerJet carb, which looks like that little guy in there. So it's a little bit different. On the weather check here. So the air density is pretty much like it was yesterday afternoon, actually. So I don't think we're gonna have to change jets. I've got a 188 in it right now. We've got our reins mounted. Had a little bit of trouble mounting these wheels. I haven't used these wheels on this bike yet, so there's always I've got two different size wheels. Like some of them have different hub diameter, or not diameters, but different hub distances, which is odd. Some of them we have to run a spacer on, some of them we don't. I've got two different axle sizes for the front. This one has a titanium axle in it, and it's a little bit larger diameter. So you have to make spacers and everything for those, but we're all set up. Worked great. We had it out Friday and Saturday. We had sun the whole time. It was pretty awesome weather here. But it's wet right now. Quite a breeze coming through, so we might start to see it dry up a little bit, although it's not calling for it to dry up. So just a little bit of a wait here. Another couple minutes and we'll start it. I've got one of these. I don't know if you guys have used the new one yet. This is basically AIM Solo 2. It's a GPS timer, so you don't need to run your regular pickup. It all runs GPS. It's pretty accurate, and you can change the colors and stuff. But nice thing about this thing is you can take it and actually connect your computer to it and see the GPS data, so you can compare fast laps, slow laps, that kind of thing. Or if you had one of these and you transferred it on different bikes or different riders, you could see GPS data and see where you're fast and where you're slow. It's quite handy. She's headed out on track. And basically what happened, we've got spark plug cap. And what happens is they wear, because everything's under, so much vibration. Those things run at, 10,000, 12,000 RPM. These actually vibrate on the spark plug cap, or the spark plug, and it wears the inside. So these just go bad. So lesson learned. We couldn't start it there. It would, we'd turn it over and it would just, it would just keep turning over. It wouldn't actually light, so I didn't figure we had spark. But she's out now. We'll go see what we can see. Seems like it's going okay. First couple laps down. Basically because they don't run a don't run a thermostat. I brought tape. Typically what we'll do is, I don't know if you saw the first video, I think I explained it, but if the bike runs too cold, especially when it's raining, it's kind of chilly today, if the bike runs too cold, we have to actually tape the radiator to keep heat in it, keep it from keep it from passing air through it and cooling the bike down. So it runs a pretty specific temp range, and we got to keep it in there. So she's got to keep an eye on the temp gauge when it's out there. But looks like we did okay. So how is it out there, Mr. Will?
Very good.
Wet. We're back in now. Successful session. One moment in turn 2.
Yeah.
Basically, we're not getting quite as much feedback on the front tire as, you know, typically rain tires, in my experience, won't give you the same amount of feedback that a slick will give you. It's more of like a, instead of a chatter on these things, it gives you more of a washy feeling. So it's, you know, the slides are more gradual. But probably what we're going to do is make a couple changes in the front end. I might take a little bit of pressure to the tire. You know, it's not really heating up. And I mean, they heat up a little bit, but it seems like I could probably drop a little bit of pressure onto the tire. Now, that won't give us any more feedback, but it might give us a little bit more grip. So I think we can probably make that work. So it appears to be raining a bit harder now. I don't really have anything more to say about that. It's just raining. Yeah. Back out for more. We're in the base of the tower, so we'll see what session 2 brings. We've got a few laps to shake some stuff down. I made a couple changes to the fork. A little bit of air in the tire, so we'll see if she likes it a little better. Still wet, but I think we did okay in that session. Seemed like she was going pretty good and nice and smooth. So we'll hear the feedback here in a sec when she comes in. All right, back in on stands. Everything looks as it should. We get the report.
Puddles?
Puddles everywhere. I heard there's one coming in too.
Yeah,
So,
there's a big one starting in too.
yeah. Do you have to go like out around it?
I've been going out around it because it's like where the lit bump is.
Oh, okay.
I've been just avoiding the whole concrete patch now.
Yeah, you go right around the outside of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really slippery on that patch, so we gotta,
Yeah.
you either have to go over, like if you need to go over it, you gotta be super careful, and if you have to go around it, then
Yeah.
it's gonna be.
There's one coming into 7, like
Yeah.
at like the corner. And
Any trouble on the back straight? Like typically what happens here is we find that, you know, like you get kind of little rivers running across the track, and you kind of have to roll off just a little bit to get through them. Yeah.
I've just been kind of tiptoeing around the track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the times seem pretty good, so I think we're happy with that.
Yeah. And there's a bunch of puddles in mine.
Yeah.
So when you hit like a bump, you're like, I might be going down or I might be staying up. But
So far, so good. So
yeah.
I'll check the schedule and we'll see what we got going on now. We had to make a structure to keep the rain out. It's been absolutely pouring down here all day. But we're kind of stuck in the trailer at the moment. We're up after this race, and this is for the Formula Femme Championship, the Women's Championship. So we're gonna see how it goes. Go splash around. Hopefully we can make it happen. So I was filling the airbox full of water from the front end, so I disconnected the ram air tubes. Just so we're not getting quite so much moisture inside the air box. Like the carb was sitting kind of in a puddle of water, so decided maybe that wasn't the right plan. Other than that, we got gas in it. We'll get some temperature in it here soon. We probably got another couple laps of the this race before we before we start warming it up. Everything is just soaked right to the bone here. Down on pit lane. No. All right, let's make it happen. Good start. We'll take it. First lap down. We're in the lead by quite a bit. I didn't video it because I just wanted to give her a bit of a gap to second place, but so far so good. We'll keep our fingers crossed. Halfway through now. We've got 3 laps to go. Still out front by a ways. It's on the back straight right now. I can just hear it. One to go. That's the checker, but sorry about the lens. There's just so much rain. Well, we did a quick turnaround. We're back. We're going to do the Thunder race as well. I just ended up putting some fuel in it, making sure we have enough for this race. It's not going to be very long, but I just wanted to make sure we weren't going to run out. But that's our ladies championship wrapped up for this 2021. So she was pretty happy about that. She was feeling good on the bike, so we decided she was going to go back out for another one. Rain is mostly subsided, although it is really windy, and it's coming from that direction. So good tailwind coming down the front straight, but it's a little bit tricky when you get down the back straight up in 7, 8, 9 area, and also a little bit tip in from 10. But we're on 4th row for this one, which is where I am right now. 4th row, let's line them up. But I think we did okay. Fellas, you don't need to be revving, to 9,500 RPM for, even when the red flag's up. Just let it, you don't need to be doing that. That guy jumped over there for sure, the guy on the KTM. Well, there's our issue. I guess we gotta go find out. We're in turn 2. So, we actually managed to push start it down there. So I don't know, whatever it is, seems intermittent. But she seemed like she stalled it going down into 2. Or something happened and it stalled going down into 2. And anyway. We missed that race, but we got the most important one in, so that's something. But because we don't have to do a bike pickup, I have to walk back again in the rain. My own fault. Calls the walk of shame, I guess. Road racing is so glamorous, y'all. I feel like I've been walking for 17 days. Hit vehicle. You know, it's just one of the things. I guess we got a winter to think about it. Still sucks to end it on that note. You know, away she goes. Ass is wet. Feet are wet. Everything's wet. I hate having wet feet. I really do. So we're all back in. Look it over. I mean, nothing jumps out at me, but we're done for the day anyway. We didn't have any races, but sucks to end on that note. But we're all safe. Everything is just soaked. And now we get to pack it all up. Well, this is a soggy weekend, but successful.
Other than thunder.
Other than, you know, that one race. We're all packed up. Let's go get dry.
Yeah.
Okay?
Dry and warm.
Well, a little bit of an update because it was bugging me. We're back in the basement. Got everything unpacked out of the trailer and stuff. And I started taking some stuff apart and just going through some things. And what I've noticed, so I've got the carb out of it now. The air box is still got water in it. And which, you know, the float bowl sits right down in there. So certainly that's not good. And what I think is happening is it's coming off the rear tire and it's basically a straight shot to the back of the fuel tank where that seals, or is supposed to seal. And I don't think that is sealing because I can push a ruler right through there. So it's got to be spraying it off the back of the wheel and right over there. So that's not real good. But I think we've got that sorted anyway. We've got kind of an idea. I also noticed that a couple of the connectors had a little bit of water in it, so that could be one of our issues as well. Anyway,